Guess what I don't have to eat? And you know what? I actually gave FSU a little more credit than they deserve. Miami defeats FSU 27-10. Miami took care of business today. What's going on, Canes fans? Now, as you can tell, my voice is completely gone. I was sick earlier this week, and this game just really pushed it over the edge. I was so pumped. I was yelling and cheering for the Canes, so bear with me. I'm going to have something to drink in between here. But I really just want to celebrate this victory with you guys, and I want to talk about this game, so I'm going to try to push myself and get through it. Now, you guys already know, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I would also like to know, there were so many FSU fans in my preview video and in my live call-in, and they all promised me, they promised Coop that they would be in the reaction video no matter what. So FSU fans, I'm looking, but I don't think I'm seeing very many of them. I don't know, but by the time the live hangout was over, they disappeared, just poof. They were gone. So I'm looking for the FSU fans to show up and leave some comments on this video. You guys said you were going to do it. I'm looking for them. Man, I got to say, it feels so good to beat FSU. I mean, it's always a good day when Miami beats FSU. Am I right? So let's talk about some big takeaways from this game. Let's look at some of the positive things that happened first. Of course, every game has positives and negatives and things you can pull from it, but let's look at the positives first. Positive number one, I already said it. I don't have to eat my score prediction. Thank goodness. Coop was right. Finally, that proves that there is no superstitious stuff or curse or anything like that going on. I don't have to predict an L for Miami to get a win. Thank you. So the first thing I want to touch on is defense. 9 sacks in this game. 4 of those were Russo. And I mean, we came into this game knowing what we had to do to shut down FSU. We had to contain Cam Akers. What do you know? He had 66 yards. And we had to pressure Hornibrook. The sacks speak for themselves. And we played this game with aggression and passion all 4 quarters. I didn't see any guys just going through the motions. Imagine if we played with this kind of energy every week. We would be unstoppable. And you know I got to mention Jaron Williams and the deep ball, because we've really not seen it much from him so far this season. And I got to say, after this game, I'm feeling overall pretty good about it. He had some beautiful deep passes in this game. That touchdown pass to JT, beautiful. Overall, for me personally, what I'm most impressed with is the fact that we rolled up into Doak Campbell Stadium, played disciplined football, and we knew what it would take to beat FSU. So we got a good game plan together, and we actually executed. Now, with every game comes some positives, but of course there's always some negatives to look at as well. Before we talk about them, I want to say one thing. Canes fans, celebrate this victory. Enjoy this moment. Do you understand that we actually only have 3 games left this season? And if we go to a bowl game, 4. That's it. And then college football for Miami Hurricanes fans is done. It seems like it just got here. And the Miami versus FSU rivalry only comes one time a year. So take it in and enjoy this victory. I already had people DMing me saying, Coop, I can't believe you're celebrating. That just means Miami's 5-4 now. You're still mediocre. You still suck. It was mostly FSU fans. But listen, I'm just saying enjoy this victory. And I know the FSU fans are going to pop down there. Listen, well, we were 4-4 and y'all were only 4-4. So a sucky team just beat another sucky team. If y'all had beaten us, you'd be celebrating. You'd be posting all kinds of funny stuff on Twitter. Don't lie to me. But let's touch on some of the negatives because, of course, they've got to be addressed. We missed yet another field goal. At this point, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't have confidence in any of the kickers that we have currently, so I guess we need someone else. I typically say, hey, give the guy some reps, give him a couple of chances. I don't trust any of these kickers. I don't see anything that tells me they're going to get any better. So I don't have an answer for it other than hopefully we got another guy coming up maybe, and then maybe those guys can learn from the new guy or something. I don't know, but we can't keep missing field goals, because on that missed field goal, I asked the live stream in the Hangout. I said, would you guys go for it, or would you take the points and kick the field goal? Because this is a short field goal, right? And most of them said go for it. Believe it or not, I came out and I said, I think in this position, given the way the defense was playing in this game, which was lights out, the offense was struggling to move the ball a little bit at that point. I said, you take the 3 points. It's a chip shot. And Price seems okay, right? And he comes out and he misses it. And third down efficiency, 3 of 15 in this game. There's nothing good I can say about that. Now, that still has to be better. And rushing yards. We had 40 of them in this game. Now, FSU had even less. I think they had 31. We'll look at the exact stats here in a moment. But if we want to get back to championship football, we have to be able to run the ball. And 40 yards in a rivalry game against FSU typically isn't going to cut it. Luckily, we racked up a lot of passing yards in this game, but 40 rushing yards? No, we have to get better at running the ball, whatever that takes. I realize a lot of it's the offensive line. Whatever it takes to get that number up, we need more rushing yards per game. Now, there are so many more positives and negatives that you can pull from this game. I could go on, and we could dive deep into it. The issue I have right now is my voice is going more and more by the minute, so I can barely talk at this point. I keep having to pause the recording and take another drink so I can talk for 10 or 15 seconds and then do the same thing again. So feel free, please, to discuss more positives and negatives from this game down in the comment section below, and I'll jump in there and respond to some of them as much as I can as well. I do want to touch on the overall stats for this game real quick, just so that way you guys have an idea. So first downs in this game, Miami had 13, Florida State had 15. We touched on the third down efficiency. Miami 3 of 15, FSU 5 of 17. Total yards in this game, Miami had 353, FSU had 203. Out of that 353 yards for Miami, 313 of that was passing, because we already touched on it. Miami had 40 rushing yards. FSU, again, Miami contained Akers. He didn't really have an impact in this game and held them to 31 rushing yards. That's huge. Penalties in this game, I'll take it. 6 penalties for 65 yards for Miami. That's pretty good. FSU had 10 penalties for 75 yards. Miami had 1 turnover, and FSU had 2 turnovers. Jerem Williams, 21 of 37, 313 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. I will take it. I think Jerem Williams overall had a really good game. DJ Dallas had 18 carries for 61 yards and a touchdown. He ran hard. He ran real hard in this game. It's kind of the same story that I've been saying. 61 yards from him doesn't sound like a lot, but those were hard-earned yards. And it was good to see Jeff Thomas with some big-time catches. 4 receptions for 84 yards in that touchdown catch, because he's been kind of quiet this season. He's been suspended the last 2 games, but the games he has been in, he hasn't made that much of an impact. So it was good to see him have a good game. And again, there are other stats we could talk about, and I would love to. I'm just getting to the point that I can barely talk, and let's be real, you're probably annoyed with my voice at this point. So Miami Hurricanes fans, enjoy this victory. It is always a good day when Miami beats the Seminoles. And it's even better, I think, when we roll up into Doak Campbell and beat them at their house. Because by the end of that game, man, towards the end of the fourth quarter, I was pulling out the binoculars looking. All the FSU fans in my stream had disappeared except for 1 or 2. There was no Garnet in goal. I didn't even see the Glitter Boys in the stands. And I want to end on this. A lot of you are already familiar with 305 Sports Apparel. They sponsored my live hangout during the Miami versus FSU game. They're not sponsoring this video, but I love this shirt so much. This shirt is so dope that I want to give them a shout out in this video. So check it out. It's Weather the Storm. Sebastian with the pipe. I think it's a dope. It looks better, even better in person. Trust me. It is such a dope shirt. And what you can do, their website is 305sportsapparel.com. I'll link it down in the description, and I may even link it in my pinned comment. We'll see. Use coupon code CoachCoop, and you get 25% off of your order. As I said, not sponsored. They're not sponsoring this video. But it's good guys over there. It's a Miami graduate that runs the site, and they got some pretty dope shirts over there, so check them out. Remember, though, like I said, Canes fans, enjoy this victory. I'm sorry that this video couldn't be more over the top. Typically, I would be jumping up and down and flipping stuff. I've had an hour of sleep today. My voice is going. It is what it is, but don't mistake it for me not being excited about kicking some Seminole booty. Remember, guys, we are all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I gotta say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out.